One of the things I find interesting with the Target debacle that's going on right now is all of these executives that used to work for Target are now starting to come out and have a discussion over what's going on with Target. And one of these former executives just recently came out, according to the Daily Mail, that has an ungodly amount of freaking ads on their website, says former Target executive says Pride Collection's tuck-friendly swimwear was the biggest mistake after the company lost $12 billion in market value since mid-May. It seems like people are finally coming out and admitting that the biggest decision that they made by far was a tuck-friendly swimsuit, and that is why people are not down for this anymore. People basically have hit their end, they've hit their maximum, and now it's no longer being compliant with you and just letting it be and dealing with you. You decided to make this statement. You decided to go after the kids, and I don't care what you say about the gear being made for adults. The smallest sizes were marketed by children on their website, so it is very clear that that's who they were going for. So we're going to get into this article, guys, but of course, before we do, just consider giving this video a like to push us out into the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing because we're on our way to 24,000 subscribers. It says, former Target vice chairman Gerald Storch believes the company's tuck-friendly swimwear set Target's Pride collection apart from others for the worst. It sure did. It sure did, because there was nobody else who was offering that. Nobody else was offering that. Everybody else was offering its typical Pride pandering merchandise, right? You got some cups, you got some t-shirts with some rainbows on it, you got some hats, like that. That's basically it. Target decided to take it to a whole nother level and decide to sell tuck-friendly women's swimwear because clearly chicks have dicks. It says he said other companies carried colored plates and gingerbread houses, and that's fine because who cares? Everybody carries that stuff. Precisely. That's exactly what I'm saying. Target suffered another financial setback after JP Morgan Chase downgraded the stock and its market value plummeted by $12 billion. We did cover that before in a previous video, so if you missed it, please make sure to go check it out. Look at the ungodly amount of ads on this website. I fucking hate this website. Former Target executive said the retailer's biggest mistake was selling tuck-friendly swimwear for Pride, which has led to a $12 billion loss. Former Target vice chairman Gerald Storch believes the company's controversial tuck-friendly swimwear sets Target's Pride collection apart from others for the worst. I've never seen a case where one item, that tuck swimsuit, that's really what made the difference versus the competitors. That's where the big mistake was made, he told Fox and Friends, which makes you wonder, is that what they removed from their website? I don't really think that's what they removed. I think they removed the stuff that the Satanists made, but I don't think they actually removed the tuck-friendly stuff quite yet. I think all they did was moved it to the back of their stores and trying to hide it now. They don't want to put it in the front of their stores because they're clearly not proud to be proud, apparently, right? Like the whole idea of Pride is to be proud of who you are, but you're not proud because you're hiding it now in the back of the stores. Like, come on. You want to talk about safety? Your team members have never felt safe since the riots in 2020. Like, you are clearly not about safety. It's all about your public image. It says he said the other companies carried colored plates and gingerbread houses, and that's fine because who cares? Everybody carries that stuff. Target suffered another financial setback after JP Morgan downgraded its stock amid backlash to its controversial LGBTQ Pride product release. And then it says Target stock has certainly been performing poorly, off 11% year to date. So that's not good. And certainly this boycott of the whole issue here isn't helping. It's very distracting to have that going on in business. But there are more fundamental concerns with that, with the environment, with the consumer, and the business here, Storch said. The brand share dropped for the 9th consecutive day Wednesday, falling by a further 2.14% as the company is in the midst of its longest stock losing streak in 23 years, ladies and gentlemen. 23 years. They are losing more than they have in the last 23 years. Over 2 decades. And all this for what? All this for what? So that you can have chicks tuck their dicks, clearly. Like, that's clearly the most important thing to sell to your consumers. That's exactly what everybody asked for when they went into Target. They're like, hey, do you got any chicks with dicks gear? Like, that's all that clearly matters. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But you made that decision anyway because that is what you do. That's what Target does. That's what these corporations do. They virtue signal nonstop, especially since this is now Corporate Gay Month. It is not LGBTQ month for people, regular people, to be proud. It's for corporations to pander to LGBTQ people in the hopes to garner their money. It says before the controversy, the company's market value had been $74 billion, with shares trading at $160.96 a share at the close of markets on May 17th. And despite the efforts by the brand to backpedal on its disastrous campaign, continuous stock falls led JP Morgan to downgrade its stock from neutral to overweight on Thursday, citing too many concerns rising. I mean, just look at these tags, right? Just imagine going to Target and seeing these tags on women's swimsuits and wondering what the hell is wrong with the world, right? You probably go into Target and think to yourself, am I the only sane person in this world? Is this normal? This stuff is clearly not normal. It's never been normal. It never will be normal. No matter how bad you want to try to make it normal, it just never will be, because chicks with dicks is not a thing, and it is not normal. It is an ideology. It is a sexual preference. It could be whatever you want to call it, but it's definitely not normal. And there's nothing wrong with not being normal if you weren't trying to push it on kids. But unfortunately for you, that's where you fucked up. It says, we continue to believe that the consumer is broadly weakening while the share of wallet shift away from goods, 51% of Target sales, is ongoing, wrote JP Morgan analyst Christopher Hovers, according to MarketWatch. Hoover also cited recent company controversies as the reason Target has suffered devastating financial losses, which came after an impressive run of 12 consecutive positive quarters. As customers rebelled against the move, the brand made adjustments to its Pride merchandising plans, including removing displays that had been at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior at some of its stores, CEO Brian Cornell said in the statement last week. Some southern stores were forced to move merchandise, many of which were designed by Eric Carnell, a transgender man and self-proclaimed Satanist, to the back of the stores. Okay, so I was right. This is a biological female. A lot of people were trying to say, oh, that's a dude. No, I was right. This is a biological female. This person who's a Satanist and designed this clothing for Target is a biological female, aka a transgender man. So, of course, this person is going to push this stuff. And of course, Target's going to reach out to that person specifically to try to make it happen because they, again, check off a box that is great for Target. It says, in addition, Storch, who owns his own company now, said that the company decline started on May 18th when competitor Walmart reported a 7% gain in comp sales. Target had reported flat sales, year flat at Target, up 7 at Walmart. There's no way that comparison looks good, he said. While there's no doubt the boycott is part of the problem, if you read the reports about Target during this period, and the analysts keep in mind related to the investors who are the ones who are buying things about the stock, or in this case, probably selling Pick's amount of stock, they're more concerned with the fundamental business issues, which I am sure is drastic, right? Target has fundamental issues starting from the top. We saw that with the video that leaked, the Zoom call. If you guys remember, the Zoom call with the 5 women that leaked showcases that Target has a major issue in its higher up echelon, right, of executives. It starts from the top, ladies and gentlemen, and it works its way down. It's not the team members' fault. The team members who are working in the stores, they're only compliant because they're trying to get a paycheck. The people at the top, the ones in corporate who are making the decisions to get woke and go broke, they're the ones you got to go after. They're the ones you got to figure out what is their ideology and why are they pushing this so much? What is the concern? Are they getting paid on the side? Are there bonuses tied to it, which there probably is? Like, what is the reason? I guarantee you, we all know what the reason is already, but now it's starting to slowly come out into the light as this drama continues. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.